Okay, hi, I'm Tor Garnett. I'm from the Met. I'm here to talk to you about 6 skills for 2020. We are beginning to think about what on earth is our digital content strategy, slightly odd term, within L&D. Why are these slides not working? Great. So, 32% of learners in the Met think their learning and development needs are met. It's not good enough. PQF coming over the hill. No, it's not just about IT. 2025 is where we're heading for our vision. However, if we don't do something about the CPD of our current people, if we don't do something in 2019, let alone 2025, and if we don't do something about our IT, we are not going to land what we need to land in terms of the change of learning and development. So, 6 skills for 2020 is part of our phase 1 this year into the beginning parts of next year. We're trying to do 3 things. 1, create much better digital content. You can't be what you can't see, and at the moment digital learning has a relatively toxic brand in the Met, and we don't have enough examples of engaging good bite-sized learning. So that's a lot about what 6 skills for 2020 is around. We're also trying to work on better evaluation. As an example, fabulous, thank you, through Slido. So Slido, widely used in police now. We know live time voting, also a very useful engagement tool in L&D. 80% of people will fill your survey in if it's live time in the moment. 18% if you follow up afterwards. So we want good data. We're keen on Slido. Really interested by the OU conversation about what do you ask. We are in that dual space. We are absolutely asking user satisfaction. Would you recommend to a peer? Is it value for time? Because if it isn't those 2 things, I can't get them in the door in the first place. Then it's about the engagement with it, learn, rate, create. How much engagement have we got with this content? And then better methods, webinar, a nightmare as always with IT departments, the speed of things, all of that stuff. Currently off a contraband laptop and with our own credit card, we've got our first license to Adobe Connect. And we are running it at Wednesdays, 8:15 every morning, and it's like a man's landed on the moon as people log in and are like, what? What? And obviously we all use FaceTime, everyone knows this is possible, but the idea of doing this in a working environment is an extraordinary thing. So back to 6 skills for 2020, this is us saying a myriad of programs within the Met that are changing our entire IT infrastructure for reporting crime, our entire organizational structure, etc., etc. Everyone vying to say the answer here is training, everyone must be trained in this, etc., etc. Our poor front line thinking, what do you mean, and another thing? So 6 skills for 2020 is about saying to the business, what are these 6 things that we say everyone needs to make a step towards in 2019? And then the kicker is it's got to be done and delivered in 6 seconds, 60 seconds, 6 minutes, or sometimes 60 minutes. To say, again, we leave it up to the audience to choose how much of this you think is relevant for your job, because not all 6 skills are relevant for everybody. Let's go on one. Great. These are the 6 skills. So the 6-second strap lines are best decision, best strategy, best outcome. Mental health referral pathways, 20% of our demand, massive issue for us, as it is for everybody. Begin with the end in mind. We have done what everybody else has done forever, which is now say, actually, our response officers will take it cradle to grave, their investigations. But it means there's a huge amount of upskilling around that secondary investigation. So much crime, so little time. With the demand spiking in the way that it is, if our people don't get better and Pareto's law about how you choose what you do, we're not having the most disproportionate impact we could. Grow your potential. Use the GROW model of coaching on how to coach, teach, influence. We've always been a peer-to-peer learning profession, but if we don't support more of our peers and more of that lateral career pathway to bring on the next learners, we're not going to land PQF, and we're going to struggle to land a lot of other things too. Have a break, have a chit-chat. Adopted with pride from the Blue Light Champions, we cannot be a learning organisation if we are not a well organisation. So what are we all doing to bolster our well-being and our resilience? And then microbytes of learning for megabytes of knowledge. Last year we got laptops. I don't care what your age is, everybody loves the laptop. If there is a fire alarm, people are driving up the stairs to get their laptop before they leave to save their life. So that is the situation, and it will be the same once we get webinar cooking, once we get video learning cooking, and once we get Slido cooking. So, 6 seconds, trying to do as much visual as we can. 60 seconds to 6 minutes, short videos. We long to show you this, but we can't get it right today, but I'll happily do a little demo in the break on Metflix, built by the frontline for the frontline. It is a website which has a page for each of our 6 skills. It's been running in fact since 2016, but we've struggled to get traction, and we are now at the beginning of the tsunami. Have had an average of 50 views a month, not very many, 1,200 views in May. So we are really starting to move. Huge range of quality of content, starting to say, hey, everyone can. Get your iPhone, record yourself, talking head video. Simon Rose, our commander, just did how to do what to tell the superintendent before a superintendent's extension in 2 minutes, which was marvelous. Trying to get more animation than talking head. 85% fact retention from an animated video, 70% from a talking head video. Harder, better capability required, mainly currently using police hours in their basements overnight to create our content. Needs to get better infrastructure. Poor police hour broke up with girlfriend the other weekend, laptop taken with software package, hours of work lost, our video on something gone forever. So it's not sustainable to run it entirely on a crowdsourcing way. We've got to get the capability, and we are beginning the work to do that, but we are an immature customer when it comes to that sort of thing. Final points to leave you with. These are the provocations. CPD in our culture is very much considered to be a selfish pursuit. So how do I get promoted? How do I get my accreditation? How do I boost my CV? Trying to move it more into the altruistic. Actually, we are the most phenomenal culture of problem solvers. We have got a lot of problems on our plate. Our people long to learn how to solve those problems from each other and from their own experience. That is what CPD is about in a large part. We're not yet mature enough to be accrediting all that we would like, but we can get on and provide much better bite-sized learning content for our people when they want. However, for the business, these are the big questions we've got to start getting sorted. 42 hours a year CPD budget on average, 6 days to go to OST and ELS, 4 other days, let's say. If that is the situation, what's the right balance of delivery methods? What should be face-to-face versus digital? Should it be in groups? Should it not? Should it come from your peer? Should it come from your immediate line manager? Should it come from a trained professional elsewhere? Who should control what goes into those 42 hours? You yourself as an individual, your head of profession, your borough commander. What percentage should be mandatory? We don't have the answers at all. What we long for, though, is a content marketplace. We are about to spend X thousand pounds getting short-time contractors to start to help us to deliver some of these videos, and yet I know that Pete's got a great video on acid attacks, other people have got other stuff, I've got some stuff. I so wish we could do more to share some of this content, even an MP4 player, whatever, we're all on different IT systems, blah, blah, blah. So if you've got anything great to share, send me. I will promise to return to you something that hopefully will be of value, and we can start more of that sort of sharing and save us a lot of time.